bold new proposal is set to shake up the UK's approach to identity and immigration. Sir Keir Starmer, the UK's Prime Minister, is preparing to unveil a controversial plan for a nationwide digital ID scheme. This scheme, if implemented, will have far-reaching implications for how we prove our identities and navigate the modern state. The government believes that this digital ID system will help tackle illegal working and modernize the way we interact with official institutions. But here's where it gets controversial. This proposal has sparked a heated debate, with critics questioning its necessity and potential impact on civil liberties. A desperate gimmick. Kemi Badenoch, leader of the Conservative Party, has labeled the idea a very serious step that warrants a national debate. She argues that the government's announcement is a desperate gimmick to divert attention from internal leadership struggles within the Labour Party. Reform UK has also denounced the plan, calling it a cynical ploy to make voters believe something is being done about illegal immigration. The digital ID debate. The concept of digital ID is not new. In fact, the previous Labour government attempted to introduce ID cards. But this was blocked by the Conservative Liberal Democrat coalition. However, Sir Keir Starmer believes the debate has evolved since then. He argues that we now carry more digital ID than ever before, and this has shifted the psychological perception of such schemes. The government's plan involves checking people's right to live and work in the UK by verifying their individual ID against a central database. This would replace the current system, which relies on physical documents, with an online verification process. The scheme is designed to be accessible to all, including those without smartphones or passports, and the practicalities will be subject to a public consultation. A step towards a pre-crime state? Critics, including the Liberal Democrats and former Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn, have voiced concerns about the potential impact on civil liberties. They argue that a mandatory digital ID scheme could turn people into criminals if they cannot or choose not to have one. The open rights group, a civil liberties campaign, warns that the government's proposals risk creating a pre-crime state where individuals constantly need to prove their identity in daily life. The bigger picture. The digital ID scheme is part of a broader strategy to address immigration tensions in the UK. In his speech, Starmer will also address the wave of protests outside asylum hotels over the summer. He will present a choice between a politics of predatory grievance and the politics of patriotic renewal. He will warn of the toxicity of online debate and the belief in an impending violent struggle for the nation. Starmer will defend his government's actions to curb immigration, arguing that it has been too easy for people to enter the UK illegally and exploit the shadow economy. He believes that controlling borders is a necessary step for any nation. What are your thoughts on the proposed digital ID scheme? Do you think it's a necessary step towards modernizing the state or a potential threat to civil liberties? Share your views and join the discussion in the comments below.